What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Japes Drapes, and I'm here with my boy Cay-Poop today. And today we're gonna teach you how to screen print on thrifted garments. Now, screen printing is another great way to upcycle used clothing. I do it all the time, and I'm really passionate about it. And I just want to bless my boy Caleb with the skills to screen print.
Great point. I've never screen printed in my life, so I'm super excited for this opportunity.
Alright, so before we get into actually learning how to screen print, I want to go over some of the materials that you'll need in order to get going. So the number one thing is a silk screen. And you're going to need some sensitized emulsion. Emulsion does not come sensitized, you have to do that yourself. So you just put a drop of sensitizer in it and boom. I like to use one of these things, I forget what they're called. What are these called? I don't know, a little wooden stick. I use it to like scoop up some paint and emulsion. This is an option, but I do recommend grabbing one of these scoopers for coating the screen, which we're about to get into. This is a Squeegee. We use this for actually printing the t-shirts and other garments. And then of course you need ink. I use Speedball, it's the best stuff. Doesn't really matter though, it's water-based. And I haven't tried anything other than water-based, but better for the planet anyway, right? So, and then I forgot the other thing, so I'll be right back. You need yourself one of these LED lights. Actually, it doesn't have to be LED, but mine's LED. It's Speedball.
Alright, JP, I gotta ask, man, why are we in the dark?
That's a really good question. I'm glad that you brought that up. Now, emulsion, which is what we're using to coat the screen, is light sensitive, so we have to be in the dark. Otherwise, the whole burning process of the design will not work at all. I'm gonna have you pour that sensitized emulsion right into the scooper. So I'd like fill it up halfway. Beautiful.
Just tell me where.
That's good, that's good. Then basically, like I said, you're gonna coat both sides of the screen at around a 45-degree angle. And then also make sure once you get up to like, we're gonna do like halfway, like just the corner of the screen. Once you get up there, to bring it back to a 90-degree angle, then so that you're not dribbling any emulsion anywhere.
Are you trying to find a beginning? Something just to
So now you're gonna flip it on the other side and do the exact same thing. That's a perfect coat right there. Come on now.
find
That is one of the finest coated silk screens I've ever seen in my life.
Wow!
the world
We have a ton of emulsion left over. You never want to throw that away. It's good emulsion. So we can take our popsicle stick and just scoop it back in there. Bang.
some say we lost.
All right, and then the next step is we're gonna put this under my bed because in order for the emulsion to stay dark and ready to go for our design, it needs to be away from sunlight. So I always put it under the bed so that during the day no light enters the emulsion on the screen. And then we're gonna let that sit overnight for 24 hours. As long as it's been sat for over like 12 hours, you're fine. Caleb and I are now into the design phase of our screen print. Super excited about that. One thing I forgot to mention in the materials list is these transparency sheets. They're also pretty cheap, but they are essential for screen printing. It's basically a piece of paper that's clear. And the point is you will make your graphic and either draw or print onto the transparency sheet in completely black, like opaque ink. And the point is that everything on the emulsion screen gets burnt when you're burning on the screen except for what is drawn in with the opaque marker. So basically we've just been, for the last like 30 minutes, have been sketching ideas for our design. You're about to see what we're gonna make for our screen print. But basically, yeah, we're just gonna sketch it onto our pad and then take our transparency sheet and put it over our sketch and use a paint marker. I accidentally brought the fabric marker instead of the paint marker. All right, this one's a paint marker though, it's fine. Yeah, and basically we're just gonna sketch the design over the transparency sheet, and then it'll be good to burn onto the screen. We got 2 chairs here, and my LED light, which I'll be using to burn onto the silk screen. It needs to be dark in here because if it, like I said, it's light sensitive, so if it's exposed without the design, it won't work. Then I take the transparency and put it on top of the screen. But when you do that, since this is burning upside down, you have to make sure that the design itself is also upside down. And then to make sure that it stays there during the 10 minutes of it burning, I take some Scotch tape, just tape off each corner. And like I said earlier when I was talking about the materials, the time, the amount of time that you burn depends on the size of your screen and the light that you're using. Oh, that's our timer. Looks like it's time to turn off the light. So our design has been burning for 10 minutes now, and it should be ready to go. Boom. So you, off the bat, can know if it worked by taking the transparency off, and then kind of just looking into the light. I don't know if you definitely can't see that on the camera. Where the design was, it's a little lighter of a green. So now we're gonna go into the bathroom and rinse this bad boy off. So Caleb and I just got out of the shower together. We just finished scrubbing and washing off our print. It actually looks pretty good. It was looking not so good for a second. But let that be a lesson for all of you. Don't use a normal Sharpie for writing on your transparency. So now we're gonna go and just let this dry for a while. I usually bring it outside and have it dry. Just dries out better that way. Yeah, so now we're gonna go to the thrift, see if we can find a blank to print this bad boy on, and gonna have a really good time. Just got back from thrifting. We went to the resource in Williston. Shout out Kelly. Got these awesome sunglasses there.
Unique low white long sleeve.
Russell Athletic blank.
Gildan blank tag on.
This last one is a little beige jockey blank.
We had
Really good day at resource.
We had a good outing for sure.
And in the meantime, our screen has dried and is ready to go. It's not perfect, so it's gonna come out a little bit DIY looking, which is
It's
fine.
gonna come out unique.
Yeah, that's honestly the beauty of screen printing from home. It's never perfect, and that's the best part of it, you know? So we're just gonna tape off the sides. I always do that whenever I screen print, just because sometimes there's some bleed through that comes here, and you never want to risk having ink running where you don't want it to. Just put a board under the inside of the t-shirt. I always do that so that the print comes out as nice as possible. We're gonna basically blend the blue and the green into each other and see if it makes a cool effect. The way I screen print, for the most part, especially on t-shirts, is you flood the screen, which is basically bring it one way this way, bring all the colors, and then you push it back. I forget what the terminology for pushing it back is, but it's fine. And the rule of thumb, or should I say the rule of finger, is 4 fingers from the top of the T before you print the logo, which is probably good. Alright, so our shirts have dried. We're wearing them now. They came out pretty good. Like I said, the text could have been better, but that's just because we used a regular Sharpie instead of a paint marker. But this is the long sleeve. Kelly, this one's for you. Let us know if you're watching this, which you should be. Let us know where we can give it to you.
City Market.
City Market.
Sandwich line.
Probably finally get a sandwich from me at some point. Yeah. So, what do you think about this journey, Caleb?
Dude, I had a good time learning how to screen print.
Screen print.
Honestly,
Yeah.
something I've never done before, and honestly, it's really cool how you can just make your own graphics. Like, I had a great time doing it.
Yeah.
I think the upcycling aspect of this project was pretty cool because, like, I mean, we just took a white blank sheet that was pretty boring and made it unboring, you know?
Yeah.
So
It's something you can do with like your own closet too, which I think is pretty cool. Like you don't have to just go to a thrift and find blanks. Like anything that you're not using in your closet, that really like anything. I've printed on flannels, pants before. Like it's just another cool way to upcycle and turn a garment that'll probably just go into the trash someday and end up wearing it every day. So I think that's pretty cool. And I hope that you all learned something from this video and you can go and
I
print
learned something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Print some stuff on your own blanks, your own garments. Yeah, I think the one thing we could have done better was obviously the print itself didn't come out great because I forgot to bring my paint marker to Caleb's house. That's on me. So next time, you gotta make sure that the what you're drawing in is completely opaque, or else it doesn't work as well. But it still came out cool. I'm still very happy with this. So yeah.
Think before you buy.
Think before you buy. Thanks for watching. This was Japes Drapes and
Cay-Poop.
peace. I forgot who it was.